Hello guys, welcome to GHR Freak. For exclusive juicy gossips and more of news, kindly subscribe to our channel to always be updated whenever we upload a new video. You can also check out our website at www.ghrfreaknews.com for more of latest news. Just recently, General Overseer of Fountain Gate Chapel Worldwide, Rev Eastwood Anaba, whilst preaching a sermon in church, commended dancehall artist Stonebwoy, calling him intelligent and speaks like a professor even at his young age. However, Stonebwoy has also reacted to Rev Eastwood Anaba's comments about him. Let's check out his response and also the sermon of Rev Eastwood Anaba where he commended Stonebwoy. Stonebwoy posted on Instagram, "Good morning world. This touched my spirit. I can't explain how. To be named amongst the intelligent by Rev Eastwood Anaba of Eastwood Anaba Ministries is actually a responsibility, an obligation to achieve, a task to stay put. Beyond religions, impact the world. Bless His Imperial Majesty, BIM Nation."
God, but He's a mouthpiece of God. Without Him, our lives will be jeopardized in many ways. You ask the worldly people, don't you do the same for your stars? The other day I listened to two musicians were fighting, worldly musicians. They were having an argument. I was on Ghana Web and I saw one of them was replying to the other one, so I decided to listen to what he had to say. When I listened to that worldly singer, his name is Stonebwoy or something. How many of you have heard the name? Yeah, I know. Don't pretend you don't know the name. I listened to Stonebwoy. I called my daughter Wejewo Abo, Dr. Wejewo Abo, Pat. I said, get me the number of that young man. I want to call him. I want to call him and tell him he's a very intelligent man. Because I listened to the man and it was almost as if I was listening to a professor from a university at that young age. So I told myself, there are intelligent people like this in Ghana, blessed people like this in Ghana. God has given them gifts and skills, but our problem is we don't know how to protect them. We don't encourage them. We rather destroy. The only time you see us take them serious is when we hear that somebody is dead. The other day they did the funeral of His Excellency Kofi Annan and they laid him in state. And many people went there and they were disappointed because they said they didn't see the body. I'm like, when he was alive, did you see the body? When he was alive, did you ever go to greet him? Now you want mortal remains to view. Did you ever send him a letter of encouragement, a text to encourage him? Did you ever send him a card on his birthday? Did you ever send him a card on his wedding anniversary or something? You ignore the person until the person passed. And you want to view the mortal remains. But when the live body was walking about, you didn't care. One of the things the world is busy doing to us is to let us feel guilty for taking care of the women of God and the men of God God gives to us. But you see, they are the ones that carry the anointing we need. They are the ones that carry the word of God. We have the word of God. We have the anointing. No problem. The body carries the anointing. The body has the grace. It's just like my body. My body has blood. But if you cut off my head, the blood in the body will only begin to clot, coagulate. My body will begin to decompose. Because this, my body, all by itself, cannot operate. And if you cut off my head, The brain is gone, so even the heart cannot pump the blood anymore. May the Lord help you to take care of an anointed person around you. I remember last year when mommy had a challenge with her body. I prayed to God. I said, God, this is Nana. I don't see how I can live without this woman. Other things have happened to me. I've survived. Not this one. Please. Please. Listen. The anointing is contained in earthen vessels. And Jesus never said we should ignore preachers. We should insult them and not take care of them well. Now, you imagine for once, I decide that the rest of Love Revolution campaign, I won't attend. Tonight, I'm not coming. Tomorrow, I won't be here. Mommy will not be here. What are you going to do with this place? You say God will call another person. It's not easy like that. How many times in your life do you see somebody come from Bogatanga and come and be risking stuff like this in Accra? That should tell you all the human beings in the world, they are human beings, but their weights and their purposes and God's intention for them is not the same. It's not the same. In fact, whenever I'm going to do a convention, like very soon, Prophet Nana said will come to Bogatanga. I think he's there the first week of October. I am more interested in Prophet Nana said coming than I am in the decoration of the hall, publicity, and so on and so forth. Because you see, a human being I'm bringing who is a carrier of the anointing is the focus. Is the focus. That is a concentration. So Jesus sent his disciples, and I'm looking at something on page 40 to talk about structure. The structure and the protocol we need in order to keep anointed people. Keep an anointed wife, keep an anointed husband, keep an anointed church member, keep an anointed singer. Like Mavis, we have to keep her for a long, long time. Pastor Yao Enkidazi, we have to keep him for a long, long time. These are anointed people. You don't get people like that easily. They don't come easy. Keep Moses for a long time. People like that are not easy to come by. Look at the way Madam Chair has been a blessing to this Love Revolution campaign. Every year she's chairing this thing. And the other day I told her, you are really a blessed lady, because we could have made another person the chair and the thing will collapse. She will break herself, break the chair, and even break the table in addition. No, you attempt making a Confucianist the chairperson of your thing and you'll be in trouble. 1 Corinthians 14:40, it says, let all things be done decently and in order. And these 12 Jesus sent forth. And I'm reading Matthew chapter 10, verse 5 to 15. And these 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into the city of the Samaritans enter ye not. So Jesus is sending his disciples, and even the commission has structure. I'm sending you to only the lost sheep of the house of Israel, but don't go to the Gentiles, and don't go into any of the city of the Samaritans. Sometimes you meet people and they tell you, man of God, why don't you go to this church? Why don't you come here? Why don't you go there? Why don't you go there? Why don't you go there? Why don't you go to this city? As for our town, we need you there by force. But God didn't send me there. Even where you go has structure. Protocol. God doesn't call you to everybody. God doesn't call you to everybody. But go ye rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.